Rehabbing Part 8. In this video, we're going to talk about negotiating 101. I've talked a lot about negotiating in various videos I have out there on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all these platforms. Go out there and check out my negotiating videos because this is a very, very important part of this business. You've got to get good at negotiating because that's how you're going to get deals. If you get presented, let's say 10 good deals in X amount of time and you're a good negotiator, you might get 8 or 9 of those. If you're a bad negotiator, you might get 2 or 3 of those, and that can totally transform your business. So the very first thing I recommend, whether you're doing the negotiating yourself or working with a real estate agent, is get to know why this person is selling. Figure out their why. And I always tell my real estate agents, make sure I do that. I'm amazed when I start working with a new real estate agent, they don't even do that. They don't even call the other agent. They don't try to understand what's going on here, and they just want to put the offer in and be done with it. No, you've got to talk to the other agent or the seller directly and say, why are they selling? What's important to them? Do they need a quick sale? Is it price? Did someone die? What's the background here? And then once you understand that, you can present an offer that'll best match their needs. I had a deal recently where we did the same thing. We were actually negotiating directly with the owner himself. He didn't have an agent involved. And really his big thing was ease of transaction. He wanted to get this done quickly and easily. And we were able to say, look, that's exactly what we do. We know how to do these deals. We can get them done for you. We can help with the paperwork. We can get them done quickly. We know the title companies. We know the banks, everything. And that's why he went with us over other people, because this was a hot property and he had plenty of people. He could have sold this property 10 times over. So again, get to know why they want to sell, and then you'll have a leg up and you'll be able to put the right type of offer in. And typically when you're looking at offers, remember, there's different things that you can look at to make the offer more attractive to the other side. Number one is obviously price. You can't go super high because again, the deal's not going to make sense for you at a certain time, but try to go as high as you can and make your numbers work, because that's going to be more attractive. Number two is closing time frame. Typically people want deals done quickly. So the quicker you can do a deal, the better off you are, and that's more attractive to a seller. The third one is the amount of earnest money deposit. The more you put in, the better you are. But again, that's capital that you have to tie up during this transition period when the deal is closing. So you try to keep it low, they want to keep it high, because the higher you put in, the more they think you're serious and you're not going to default. So again, this is all psychology with the seller that you're trying to buy from. If you try to work on these things and you try to prevent the strongest offer you can, that's going to be more attractive and you're going to win more offers. The other thing to consider here is inspection. Now, as a rehabber, you really don't need to conduct a home inspection. And that's a huge thing for people who are selling, because they're typically selling houses that are run down and aren't going to pass inspection, or they're going to have a big problem with inspection, and they know they're going to get this big long list of things that they want fixed. So if you can forego an inspection, that's a great thing. Now, if you're starting out, don't do that, because you don't know if there could be a foundation problem or some major problem with this house. So don't forego that. But as you get more experience, you can walk through a house very quickly, and really the main thing you're looking for are foundation issues. That's what I would recommend staying away from, because they can be very complicated and they can be very expensive to fix. As long as the foundation looks good, you can typically take care of any other thing, because most of those things are cosmetic. So again, this is my recommendation. Make sure you do your own homework and make sure you understand your experience level, and don't take on anything too big for you at the level of your experience. If you're starting out in this business, definitely get an inspection. You'll get a full report of what's wrong with this house. And even if you don't get the deal, at least you'll understand, oh, I should have looked for this, because you have a professional inspector telling you what you should have looked for. Going through this process a couple times, you'll understand what a home inspection is, the major systems they look for, and the big problems that can occur. So that's how you want to approach this. Remember, negotiating is more of an art than a skill. It is a skill, but more of an art. So learn how to do this properly. Learn how to feel out your buyer. Learn how to present unique solutions that solve their problem. If you come from that mindset, you're going to get a lot more deals. Your business is going to take off, because for every 10 deals, you're going to get the majority of them, versus someone who doesn't operate this way and just wants the best deal and doesn't care about anybody else is going to get very little deals, and they're not going to be able to grow over time. As always, hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the important videos in this 10-part series on rehabbing.